but the goodness is something which is different to me. So when I was seeing, okay, yes, she came back.
I'm back.
You were frozen in a very good pause. Like it was very beautiful. No, it was very beautiful.
No, you had a very thoughtful pose like this,
Yes,
but very
yes,
thoughtful.
Very thoughtful.
yeah.
All right. So I want to make a big point. When we first met you, and somebody had come on Zoom, listened to a session, and I would have said to them, can you describe Kay in one word? Actually, that word would have been nice.
Nice.
Yes, okay?
Okay.
At least that's the way I feel. I don't know how you feel about it, but I feel that's the likely, just as a quick word, the first word, okay, nice. I do not that it was nice to call you nice, and I don't feel it's appropriate now. Not at all.
Good.
If there's one word to describe Kay now, it's not nice.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's 2 words, so but
Yeah.
I can't hear you anymore. I can see you.
Not
Still you're breaking.
Yeah.
It's cutting in and out. Please.
I missed the whole that.
Yes. You have to wait for a bit.
You have to tell us again. I couldn't.
Yeah. Still you're completely.
Yeah, we're not hearing you. Pretty music.
Yeah.
Beena, thank you for bringing up that point about moreness versus goodness. That's helpful.
Yeah, because I feel that what we see mostly in people, it is moreness, and we confuse it with goodness.
Right.
Okay, of course, goodness is part of this, but not in totality. Like when we see that people have moreness, like they are able to receive other perspective, multiple perspective. They are in a neutral position. They're not necessarily on positive side, but they are not negative either anymore.
Right.
So they have moreness.
Right.
Because they are able to receive and being receptive, capital R, receptive, and then it's a big deal it's a big concept in way of impeccability, receptivity. And I feel that this moreness is all about. Phil, right now, when you talk to him, he shows that he has moreness now.
Right.
He is in a receptive state. Not necessarily good for you, of course, as Sil mentioned that. Not necessarily good for you, but he is more receptive. And now this is the doorway to receptivity, is a doorway for moreness. And now he can be more, capital M, more. So it is sometimes it happens that we feel that it is moreness, but we say that no, it's goodness. It is part of it.
Right. I think for me, the biggest part that I have had trouble with in the past is the goodness versus the nonsense. And I see them both there, but because I see the goodness, I think, oh, well, the nonsense is not that important, or well, but this is a really good person. I mean, this is a really good person, and not just Phil, but I mean,
everyone in your life around you.
Yeah,
you have perspective,
and I accept them as good for me because they have goodness, but that's not necessarily the case. I mean, they can have goodness, but that doesn't mean they're good for me. Good to be in my experience or whatever, or to whatever level. And I need to be more aware of that. And that's, I mean, it sounds so like a duh, but it is something that has been for a long time.
Absolutely.
And I tend to see goodness in people that other people don't see the goodness. They mostly see the nonsense. And so, there's that too,
Contradiction, yes. Okay, I feel that, okay, it's when we insist on, okay, always insisting on, and just restrict ourselves to completely see only the goodness, not focusing on, not emphasizing the goodness, but completely
Right.
seeing and feeling that goodness from. It's a kind of like a subtle pressure for other people also, and it creates pressure on us that we expect all good from them,
Right.
which is not really. It seems like that it's a kind of limiting them because they cannot be themselves completely, because we have a very good, like I start just praising someone like, okay, you are the ultimate, and then just not only I just say that, I kind of believing in that.
Right. Right.
And this makes them like feel like, oh my god, I cannot be other than who she is thinking about me. And it will start creating a stress inside me, because of course I am not there yet where someone else is expecting from me.
No, I mean, as you're saying that, I'm thinking about what Erica has said about when she was little and how I was so just flabbergasted by how smart she was and how good she was. And she was, I was just like, wow, she's so capable and she's so amazing. And I did not intend to, but I can see now, I mean, in the context of what you
Yes.
were saying, that's kind of what happened. I just saw the goodness in her so strongly that I put pressure on her to be what I was seeing and not be able to be anything else, or not allowing for imperfection,
Yes.
or I don't really mean perfection. I don't think I ever expected
Yes,
perfection.
but the goodness, yes.
I mean, I didn't allow her to not be good because of my expectation, and
Yes, it happens. It happens. Mostly parents are like that. But also in relationships, people expect more. In friendships also, in professional relationship also. Me and Sil, I'm really thankful and grateful to Sil for this. That he never actually put me in any kind of box.
Right.
No expectations. If we, I don't know that you expect this or not from us, but we really have some really huge arguments about things. When we discuss things, it is like, oh my god, we are about.
Discussions, so discussions, Beena. That's one thing we argue about is Beena calls them arguments, I call them discussions.
Okay, you're arguing about what to call it.
I was not aware that you are here, but okay, I was just sharing secrets. Yes.
No.
Yeah, I was not aware that he's here because I cannot see him. Anyway, so this is something that I'm feeling now, that he allow me to be myself. So whenever I have this thing that I don't understand, or I just want to be
Correct
something
them. Make
really
space for
stubborn.
you, not allow you.
Okay, yes. So this is what really needed for us, and that's why I feel that sometimes the emphasis has to be more and more on moreness instead of goodness in other people. If we just shift our focus more on that, yes, people has moreness, we can be more, and it will be beneficial for us also, because the moreness doesn't comes with all these only good, only nice things, mostly good, but not nice necessarily. So this is going to be liberating for us and for other people also. They will feel themselves, and they will be more free and comfortable, and we will not have any expectations. It is trusting without trust.
Right. So,
Yeah.
Sil, is that sort of what you were saying about me and
Yes,
being
about
nice?
you. Yeah. I was just saying nice does not describe you adequately. Yes, it's a nice thing to say, but it's kind of it's limiting really. And now I would say, if I would say like so many terms, thoughtful, kind, and generous, sober,
Mhm.
sober is a very potent way to describe you now. Yes, you've got kindness in you, you've got generosity and courtesy and nobility. But many words, it's not. The appropriate answer is not one word can describe Kay, of course. Yeah, but words that before might not have been there now. If you say thoughtful, yeah, but there's more. Sober, yeah, but there's more. Kind, well, duh, but there's more than just a kindness. Goodness, yes, but there's more than just a goodness, you know. There's a sensibility and an intelligence and that thoughtfulness, that desire to learn and grow. You know, it's a profound thing. It's a big deal quality in you. Yeah. Here's the key point. Beena, yeah, to me, like I said, not allow. Allow is God says like somehow I have permission to grant or not.
No,
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 no.
no.
I didn't mean to say
No,
that in
I
those
know you
words.
don't mean
Yes.
that, but I'm just, it's important to have appropriate wording. Yeah. I
Absolutely.
make space.
Absolutely.
Now, why do I make space? Same with you, Kay. Do I have any expectations of who you are or who you're supposed to be or should be?
Right.
None. None. Zero. Right, Beena? No expectations and no obligations. For me, this is number one rule in relationships. Yeah. Now, I have a big question, right, Beena? There were no expectations, no obligations in terms of who you are, who you can be. Yes.
Absolutely.
Which you have freedom to be whatever you want to be. Here's my big question. Why is it that we do not have the same perception, the same generosity, and the same freedom towards ourselves?
Right.
Why do we have expectations for ourselves and obligations? And why are they limiting expectations?
I don't know. Actually,
No reason.
I just wrote.
We don't feel qualified.
I wrote up here, in relationships, our expectations based on our only seeing goodness puts stress on the other people. But I
Yes.
also said, but that's also true for ourselves. When we,
Exactly.
when our
Exactly.
expectation for ourselves is that we are only good and we own, whatever, we put stress on ourselves, that we don't allow ourselves to be human and make mistakes or whatever, and we stress out ourselves by
Exactly.
same expectation.
Exactly. Exactly.
Very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. No expectations or obligations as to who you are
And who you could be.
and who you could be.
Right.
Okay.
So we don't know what we could be because we tend to think we need to be qualified first.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
However, some very wise, sage philosopher, warrior spirit, woman, magic person, said something very, very potent about what qualifies her.
Character.
Remember what that is?
My character qualifies me.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes.
Exactly. Exactly. That's it. I'm game for anything.
Right.
Why? Because my character qualifies me. Not just my character qualifies me, but my impeccability empowers me.
Your impeccability and what?
Empowers me.
Oh, empowers me. Okay.
Or enables me. Either way, no matter.
Right.
I mean, when you pick up tools, what do you call yourself when you've got a tool in your hand? Empowered, enabled, activated? I don't know.
Right.
You see?
Right.
So,
Whatever.
you know, way of impeccability is my toolbox. It's my shield and my sword. And my character is my armor.
Wow, I like that too.
Well, it's my armor and my strength, actually. Because it's no good having an armor and a sword and a shield and you got no strength.
True.
You won't go very far because the armor's heavy.
True. Very cool. I like it. I like it. Very cool. All right. Well, I just feel like I have learned a lot and I've had some great self-proof and it's been good stuff.
That self-proof is key.
Yes.
That's what we're about now, okay? It's not necessarily about learning. Yes, I know we're always learning, but the learning has shifted. The learning has shifted to the learning of application, implementation, and self-proof. Different kind of learning, yes?
Yes, definitely. Okay, well, I have gone through, speaking of learning, this last session in the next to the last module, I have been through it several times.
Excellent.
But I haven't done the, slide by slide. And every time,
The repeat backs and the takeaways. No problem.
so I'm going to go back and see if I can.
Excellent. Excellent. But other things have been coming up. And it's always
Hello.
as appropriate.
Hello,
Sarah, the ninja dog. We'll call her Sarah dash Zoom Bomber.
There you go.
Sarah the Zoom Bomber. Oh,
What can I say?
funny. Too funny.
Oh God.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, Sarah. Hello, dog.
Oh, you're
Hello, Sarah. Hello, Sarah. Are you a good dog, Sarah? Are you a good dog? Yes, you're a good dog, Sarah. Yeah.
thank you.
Yes. Yes.
I probably better go now.
She's so proud of herself that what she did now.
I succeeded. I succeeded. I succeeded. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done.
Okay,
Well done,
okay.
Sarah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Kay. Bye, Sarah.
Bye, Sarah.
Oh my gosh. All right, I'm out of here.
Bye-bye. 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 Bye.